right, welcome to Youth Assembly. It's a new week, and hopefully, what we have to offer in Youth Assembly today will give you a very good week. My name is Sylvia Isheme. Welcome to Click Nigeria's Youth Assembly as we look at the UN Global Road Safety Week, the state of Nigerian roads, and of course, keeping our youths safe on the roads. So we are looking at what factors are responsible for road traffic injuries among youths on Nigerian roads, what the week seeks to achieve, and we have, of course, here Mr. Chimeremeze.
Chimere
Chimeremeze Uche, who is the national president of VAHI and a member of the Coalition for Road Safety NGOs in Nigeria. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, it's my pleasure.
All right. So tell us the meaning of VAHI.
ABAHI means Accident Victims Assistance and Support Initiative.
Okay.
Majorly take care of post-crash victims,
Okay.
move them from the scene of accident to the hospitals, make sure that they don't suffer much injuries, and then stand as a mediator between them and the hospital management, pay the initial bill, and stand as the next of kin to them.
Okay.
This is majorly what ABAHI is all about.
All right. So you're the right guest for this.
Thank you.
Welcome on board.
You're welcome.
All right. So it's Road Safety Week.
Yeah.
UN Global Road Safety. So it means whatever we're doing right here, it's happening all over the world.
All over the world.
All over the world. So what does the week seek to achieve?
Well, the week seems to achieve, one, the reduction of deaths in case there's an accident.
Okay.
Two, the rascality of our youth on handling steerings. Three, we find out that majorly the people that are involved in these crashes are youths.
Okay.
Many at times bustling and hustling on what they can use to feed themselves, take care of themselves. Some are in school and they are doing some other businesses. And find out that between the age of 15 to 45, these are youth brackets,
yes,
are always involved in accidents. They are the majorly affected ones. And what this is proved to achieve is to make sure that the campaign reduces this menace on our road. Then to carry on NIBRI. NIBRI is the body that does the plan of our Nigerian road and other things and make sure that things work well. Or coming to talk about Nigeria, find out that some kilometers of our roads from distances are not too good. And when these youths are behind the steering, with the useful exuberance, what they could do. And this is why we ask the youth, come down. Don't overspeed.
Yes.
And many times, some of them are under the influence of this alcohol.
Yes.
And that has been the problem we're facing on a daily basis. Many times, when you rescue them during post-crash events, go to the hospital, when tests are run on them, find that there are some elements of alcohol, some elements of heroin, some elements of cigarette in their blood system. And sometimes, before these things are managed, death has occurred.
Is this a major factor affecting?
This is a major factor affecting especially youths.
Okay, youths.
Especially youths. Our youths are so much in this. You can see them taking codeine, taking tramol, taking all sort of intoxicating materials that are not supposed to be. For road safety, and for this road safety week, UN has told us that all we need to do is just to campaign so that youth key into the like you see here, hashtag 30, love 30, street life. It's all about in the risk-prone areas like hospital areas, market areas,
school areas,
and other areas that are prone to accident, that we reduce our speeds 30 kilometers within such area.
Okay. Okay, that's the meaning of the hashtag.
Yes, that's
30.
Yes, that's
okay.
the meaning of
30 kilometers.
30 kilometers within these risk-prone areas. And then the Road Safety Week is a yearly event.
Yes.
That happens. This is the sixth one.
The sixth one. Yes.
It's a yearly event that happens every year. It's a majorly campaign program, alerting people because when accident happens, let me tell you, accident happens, it doesn't leave the victim without a scar, sometimes permanent death, sometimes permanent disability. And sometimes this leaves some families without a breadwinner.
Exactly.
And that is why this is very important at this time, that we should put hands together. The youth are the leaders of tomorrow. They are the futures of Nigeria. And if anything on the contrary happens to them, Nigeria is dicey.
Yes.
And that is why we are focusing on the youth in this youth assembly this morning, telling them stop the overspeeding, stop the alcohol, stop the cigarette. Why, if you want to drive, especially on a long journey, don't drink and drive. It's always because when they're under the influence of alcohol, they see everything as if they want to, from here to Naija, they want to get there within the hours of 3.
I've actually seen people like make that bet. Like, I'm going to from here to the east. I'm going to take like 6 hours. I'll get to this, and then you just watch them speed. I've been in vehicles like that.
Their life has a spare
yes, just to meet up with their target.
They can't meet up. Journey, any day you set off on journey, take it that day is for the journey. Go on the stipulated road safety kilometer that is being recommended.
So if you're on a long journey like that on the federal roads, how many kilometers are you expected
for private vehicles? 100
kilometers per hour.
For buses, that these commuters that carry more than 3-4 persons, it's 90. It's 90. That's why we are campaigning for these speed breakers. Let's book private, public companies. They should fix those things in their vehicle, so that one, by the time you've tried to overspeed, the speed limit or the speed breaker will break the thing and return you back to 0 speed limit. Then you start afresh again. Yes, that's the only best way we can curb this menace on our road. But you find out that Nigerians, we are somehow adamant, especially the youth. They tell you, no, nothing mega. What is happening? Nothing is happening. So for that,
I like that slang. That is common in the East. That they say nothing mega.
And nothing mega. Nothing is happening.
Nothing is happening.
So we can go on a speed spread. Doesn't mean. But when it happens, they find out that something is happening there. Something has happened, and it will leave them with scars. Sometimes a permanent disability. Sometimes some of them doesn't survive it.
Yeah, and some people will actually say that apart from some people don't get intoxicated with alcohol and all of the substances you mentioned, that the roads are a contributing factor to the accidents you see on the road.
To an extent, but a right-thinking driver who is on a road driving must maintain the speed limit of private 100, public 90, because while you're approaching the bad areas of the road, you should have seen it and then lower your speed. Exactly.
Yeah.
Then when you lower your speed, you are free from the danger. Is that not true? But while you're on that speed and you meet these rough places by sudden, by the time you want to control it, you match the brake, the thing takes you off. And it's either
That's true.
It's either you fall into the bridge or the vehicle gets assaulted, and all the occupants will have either injuries, they're injured, or some will lead to death. So a right-thinking person would just consider, my journey is not for that. It's for me to arrive safely. They say welcome is better than sorry. So trying to overspeed, try to meet up while you're on a journey, I don't solicit that. It is something that while you're traveling, make sure that you're on your right senses. Remember that the vehicle you are carrying is another gasket. It could lead to death. Are you hearing me? Another thing is that it could also make you understand that if you understand that there are people waiting for you to tell you welcome.
Yes.
Those people, you are important to them. Some breadwinners. Some of them you are their breadwinners. Some of them you are their brothers. Some of them you are your sisters. Some of them you have promised them, I'm coming, and they are waiting. And suddenly they hear a bad news. Sometimes, let me tell you, I've come across a family who immediately the mother heard about the death of the son through crash. The woman had a heart attack immediately and gave up, and that becomes a problem. So these are issues that the youth should take into cognizance when they're on the road. And again, some of our big men in this country are not contributing better to this. You see a child that is not up to 18 behind the wheel. Some of them doesn't go even through the driving school. Are you getting what I'm saying? So they don't understand what is called road signs, the traffic rules. They don't even understand what, like we're saying.
So how does it have to do with big men?
Yes, I'm coming. Why I say this is that some of them buy car and give to their children. They buy the cars and give to their children that are below the age of 18.
But we've seen even people that are not from the big man family. They still, you see, youths grow when as they grow, they get to a certain age where they want to try something. Oh, okay, I want to drive a car without even going through the driving schools and all. They take a car. One day you're not even looking and try to drive on the roads. Yes, when you encounter
if the
such
parents
things.
made the vehicle available for them, what do you think? If the father leave the key to his custody, what do you think? If you leave the key where his son can get to, what do you think?
I've seen a lot of people, and I had a lot of, especially guys, say that nobody taught them how to drive.
Yeah.
They just one day took the car and started driving and learned
And
how
you
to
find
drive.
out they are the one that causes menace on the road. Because there are procedures to driving.
Yeah, true.
It's a, see, when you hear somebody say, I'm a professional driver, he must have gone through some trainings.
Yeah.
Tedious trainings. I remember when I got my first driving license, VIO suggested me to a lot of rigorous training. For over 2 weeks, I was still going there every day, doing my training. Then after that, they said, okay, go to so to Suleja, go to driving school. One Igbo is a driving school. And the woman was so tough. I love her for that. She made me understand the nitty-gritty of driving. And she took me through that drills. And to the glory of God, today I can be proud of myself. I can drive well. So these are issues that our youth don't understand. They want it quick, now. And with the spirit of now, quick now, it doesn't help. It leads to destruction. So my message to the youth is this: let us not be too fast. One, two, we must be ready to subject ourselves to learning the basic things about the road. The road is a wide study for everyone to go through. Driving is another big profession because there are people who cannot drive. Do you know there are people who cannot drive from here to Lokoja?
Sure.
Yes, I've met them. Before they drive from here to Abaji, they are already sleeping on the straddle. And if any day they say, let me try this, trouble is on the way, waiting for them. And there are people who have bad sight. I get what I'm saying. They don't see more than, more than, they have this, what they call it, short-sightedness. And when these people are on a steering, what do you think will happen? Before they see the oncoming vehicle, the crossing vehicle, or a T-junction, they're already there. And by the time they hit the thing, trouble is there. So these are issues that they should subject themselves to both medical for their eyes, mental, to know whether they are fit to go on steering. Because sometimes someone can be driving and horn alone, the only honk, can destabilize somebody that's on the steering.
It's true.
Yes.
Even when you drive at night, the lights coming from oncoming or incoming vehicles.
Yes.
It's also another problem for a lot of people.
To some people, yes, who have that short-sightedness. See, the driving in the day and the driving in the night is a quite different scenario. You learn them. There are people, when you are flashing light at their side mirror, is affecting their driving. There are people, when they're facing the oncoming vehicle, is affecting their eyesight. And before you know it, they are off the road and they can jump into anywhere. And that can cause trouble. There are people also, when you flash light on them, they match brake at the middle of the road, and the vehicle coming from their back can hit them. So these are issues that when they go through this driving school, go through the training from the road safety and from the VIO, these things are being taught. They will understand how you can be able to adjust your side mirror while you're driving, so that the vehicle at your back that's flashing your light or coming with a full light will not affect your driving. Then they'll tell you how to manage the mark on the road while you're on your lane. You watch the mark on the road. Don't watch the driver coming at your front. Are you getting what I'm saying now? While you're driving, oncoming vehicle is coming. He's on his own lane. The light is on you. Don't look at the light. Don't just look at the vehicle coming. Look at the mark by your right, so that you don't go off, and look at the mark by your left, so you don't go to his own lane, especially when it's a single lane.
But when you say don't look at the person coming, if you don't know the state of the driver in that car
now,
and you see people driving on Nigerian roads that we're still talking about, anyhow, from one lane to the next, from one of
we're talking about
white lines to the next.
We're talking about now. If you are coming as a driver and somebody is beaming serious light on you, you'll be able to understand this person is facing me. Then by the time your eye is off him, you look at the line,
Yes.
the road line. What do? You shift your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're shifting, you are mindful of this road, this line, so I don't go off the road,
Yes.
either to hit somebody or
Yes.
to enter into a ditch.
Sure.
And then also you are minding him. So if you come much closer and where you cannot continue your driving, just move and park and let him know, so they can understand what he's trying to do. Some people can be like, one day, let me just tell you this. I was coming back from Naija, just at this Kubwa as this road.
Yes.
Two young guys, I don't know where they're coming from, party that Saturday morning. And me, I was driving behind them. Before I know, wow,
On their own.
On their own. The next thing, the demarcation on the road, they hit it closer, and I was able to park to rescue them, to take them to Kuba General Hospital. And I got to find out that they were coming from a party. They have been able to get drunk, and the drunk has entered into their system, and now they're feeling sleepy on steering.
Wow.
And they think, okay, let me manage myself and get home. No, at that juncture, find a little place and park. Get water, wash your face. If you don't wash your face, park. If it take you 10 minutes to just take a nap there and let that thing clear out of your eyes, then you can continue. So, but to God be the glory, there was no death occurred, but they had some injuries.
You know, this story you just shared just brought to mind, like, you wake up in the morning, you're leaving for work early in the morning, and you just see cars on their own. You see this Area 1 roundabout?
Yeah.
Yes, that place is as if it's
another
an accident
death trap.
Yes.
You know what happened?
For a lot of vehicles.
You know, that roundabout.
Yes.
Some people, when they're coming from Paris, sometimes their eyes is dim, and they wouldn't know that they're approaching that roundabout.
Big roundabout like that.
Yes. They wouldn't know. The next thing
they fly into it.
They fly into it, and the vehicle is either somersaulting or something will hit it. It's either to cause death or injuries. That's no choice about it. So this is what we have been campaigning. If you have to go for night party,
yes,
get somebody
to help you,
the driver that will drive
who is not drunk or
who
didn't drink alcohol.
Yes,
true.
Yes.
Or you just pass the night in the
just
wherever you are, you partied till the next morning.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Okay, so yes, is the UN Global Road Safety Week, which started, of course, which begins on May 17th to May 23rd, 2021, and we are looking at safety of Nigerian youths on the roads, on Nigerian roads, and we're asking the question: what factors are responsible for road traffic injuries among youths on Nigerian roads? We've looked at alcohol. What else did we look at?
Well, look at youth exuberance.
Youth exuberance. Like, everybody wants to learn how to drive a car and own a car without going through the process.
Well, look at the underage driving.
Underage
driving. Well, look at the aspect of not going through a training before handling the steering.
True.
Yes, we have looked at the night party.
Night
party and sleep while traveling, while steering. These are factors that contribute mostly.
Yes, and we also looked at medical issues. People that have eyesight
problems. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so he is Chimeremeze Uche. He is the national president of AVAHI. AVAHI stands for the Accident Victims Assistance and Hospitality Initiative, and he's also a member of the Coalition for Road Safety NGOs in Nigeria. So if you have any question, you can answer, or if you have or know factors that are responsible for road traffic injuries among youths on Nigerian roads, you can drop them at the comment section. Hafsat Isa says, high on alcohol, on drugs. That is talking about the factors like you mentioned. Thank you, Hafsat. Okay, so moving on, the statistics keep coming, and in every year they say over 39,000 Nigerians die from road crashes. And in 2018, Global Statistics report on road safety, the World Health Organization estimated that road traffic fatalities in Nigeria stood at 39,802. While estimated rate per 1,000 deaths stood at 21.4. That is quite high.
Very, very high. Very high. Like what we have just said now is a problem that had to be managed by both Nigeria the Nigeria Ministry of Information, they can come up with a slogan, drive to be alive. They can come up with any program that can help the youth. I love what the youth assembly is doing. Majorly, we have found out that youths are the ones prone to this from age 15 to 45 and thereabout. Now, you find out that we don't have much campaign about road safety issues in Nigeria. Road safety is trying, our Nigerian road safety.
You see road safety all the time on the roads.
Yeah.
You're always there.
They're always there, but the campaigning, the awareness is not to the grassroots. Are you getting me? For example, I was traveling to where they call Vandecare.
Where's that?
Huh?
Where's that?
In Benue.
Benue State, okay.
From the time we left Otukpo, all through that place to get to Vandecare, I didn't see any presence of the road safety. And youth are there using power bike, using using bicycles, but some are using vehicles for transport and other things. If anything happens there, how would they be rescued? Secondly, who is the person that will go to those villages to tell them the risk of alcohol while driving their bike? I was traveling to Charles, flying Kachia one of the days, I think about 2 months ago now, and a young man on a bike had a substance on the leather. While he was driving, he was just doing, was just taking something.
Maybe soft drink.
No, it's not soft drink.
Okay.
I don't believe the way he was driving with his hair. I told the vehicle that was carrying me, I said, please, if he double cross this woman, I want to stop him. He said, do you know him? I said, no. I said, but I want him to stop him. And eventually he stopped. I stopped, the vehicle stopped, I stopped it. I said, how are you? He said, fine. He said, do you know me? He said, no. I said, I'm a road safety campaigner. Can I have that in your hand? He dropped the thing and ran into the bush. And lo and behold, it was their alcohol. The guy was taking it and it was maybe mixed with another thing.
In the full glare.
And was driving the bike on the main road. So these are issues we are talking about.
Yeah.
These factors, if not properly handled, will keep on having this menace happen now.
So in that instance, you're talking about the grassroots. What can be done to fix those kind of issues?
Yes. Let's get volunteers from some villages. And these volunteers cannot come up except there are proper awareness about this. We have 774 local governments in the federation. We have what we call what's it called? The representatives in their house of assembly, and also in their local governments. Get across to these people. Tell them we are coming for campaign on road safety issues. And then the commandant of the state will liaise with the local government chairman, and the day is organized, and the day the campaign is carried on. As the campaign is being carried on that note, this youth will understand better than what we are talking about now. Now you can make ambassadors among them who flag up this, who carry on this, who can be able to go from villages to villages, get their youth leaders from those places, and bring them. After hearing this, they go back to tell others that are in that village that couldn't have opportunity of coming there. And this is the way we can get to the grassroots. Then the campaign of making it compulsory. Let road safety and VIO and the Minister of Transport make it compulsory. Anyone that does not pass through driving school should not handle the steering. And a stringent measure should be put to that. A stringent measure. Anyone that is caught, whereas the certificate of driving school, you can't produce it, the person should go like 3 years imprisonment. Are you hearing me?
You mean like as you drive, you must have the certificate from driving?
Photocopy of it as you have your driver's license, as you have your vehicle papers intact with you. Photocopy it. It should be one of the requirements as the VIO or the road safety stops you. How are you? How's everything? Can I have your paper? Good morning, good afternoon. You get the paper. They flip through it. Where's your driving license? Driver's driving school permit? Where is it? It's not here.
Do you think this? What you're suggesting right now, the road safety people, officers, will be able to focus on that when they have so many things on their hand to actually do.
If they can
They are
focus,
already overwhelmed, I think,
no ma,
from what is
no,
happening on
no
the
ma,
roads.
no, no, I don't agree with that. If they can focus on checking papers, these are income generating agents, is it not? The agency that generate money for the federal government. Let that carry its own fine.
No, okay.
If they can find somebody that is not on seatbelt, somebody that did not go through driving school to have the basic knowledge of what driving is all about, should have more fun on his head than somebody that maybe forgotten to put the seatbelt because he deliberately didn't want to go. He deliberately didn't want to learn. He didn't want to know the rules and regulations that governs driving on our Nigerian road. Okay. And these are the problems we are talking about. So if those things are put in place, I'm sure that we'll be able to have a safer road on our Nigerian road.
We hope so too. Well, the UN Road Safety Week is starting today, and it will also officially launch the Decade of Action for Road Safety 2020 to 21 to 2030. And it's a global plan.
Yes.
What is this plan about?
The plan is all about trying to reduce the fatality within a decade. Like you see, our own Nigeria here was about 21.4.
Yeah.
If the road safety NGOs are harnessed within this period of decade, and then action is expedited, and we carry on this campaign as it's supposed to be, and then this thing is reduced from 21.4, let's say, to 15. And next year, serious campaign also, awareness also is also carried, and the thing reduced to 10. Maybe before 2030, as is seen here, we might maybe be going below 5% of it, or within 5% of it. Now, the fatality or the death rate, you can see 39,000 and also 39,800 and something. The problem we're having on our hand is this: when there is a crash, people, Nigerian with this, there seems to be videoing.
It's another issue. It's even a factor also for that causes crash.
People don't seem to come into help, and that is where we are proactive on that.
Okay.
And immediately after that happens, you see our officers. As I talk to you now, we are still operating in Abuja for now. You see our officers, they go into action because they've been trained to respond to this. The first aid responders and also the emergency responders have been trained by the grace of God. And they go, the ones that are unconscious are brought back to consciousness. The ones that have minor injury are treated there by the first aiders, and then they are let go. But those ones that sustain major injuries, they mobilize the bleeding, because a lot of them, what causes death is excess bleeding. But if the thing is demobilized at that juncture before moving to hospital, and then you find out that they can be sustained. Secondly, the Nigerian medical outfit is not even helping issues. Many times you carry these injured accident victims to the hospital. They begin to ask you police report. Sometimes they'll ask you for money. But I have to give kudos to Abuja University Teaching Hospital, Abuja Babalada. Yes, we have been dealing with them for some time now, since 2019. They have been so friendly. Anytime we bring victims there, they just enter into doing what they're supposed to do. They treat the people, and when they stabilize their condition, they can ask, okay, how do we pay? From our pockets, whatever we have, we'll say we're NGOs. We're not a non-profit making organization. So they have been so friendly by whatever thing we give them, they accept it without having any issue to drag with us. And this is what I feel other government hospitals and other hospitals should be doing. Be concerned about the life of the victim first before you talk about money. But these people, some of them will ask you, who is to pay? If nobody pays, we're not going to treat the person. Who is to take care of, who is to take responsibility? And that's why AVA is there. That's why we say we take a next of kin approach to every matter that happens to these post-crash victims.
All right, we're out of time, but final thoughts. Thank you to everyone who is joining, by the way, and listening to us discuss the UN Global Road Safety Week, which started today, May 17th to 23rd, 2021. And we're looking at the safety of Nigerian youths on the roads. So before we go, the theme for this year is managing speed. And it's recommended that 30 kilometers per hour should be the speed limit.
Within school areas,
School
market
area.
area, hospital areas, and the crowded areas, as like mosque areas, church areas, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Especially within the service period of those church and the mosque areas.
All right. What would you be saying to youths who are watching, or any Nigerian at all, or any human being watching at this time, pertaining this 30 kilometers per hour?
Yeah. What we know that what is good is worth doing. Good things are good. For you and I to have come up with this hashtag 30, love the street life, they know that if it maintained, it will save the life of many. One, that is the first one. Secondly, if we can abide by the rules and regulations of this hashtag 30, maintaining that 30 kilometer speed limit within these zones, I'm sure that life will be spared. And again, we should get into our head that to understand that life lost cannot be regained.
True.
Either by accident, either by road traffic accident or by anyhow accident. Now, the last thing is that the youth should come up to understand that they're the leaders of tomorrow. Any youth that has potentials of making Nigeria better tomorrow, but because of some youthful exuberance, dies earlier than his time, has lost that opportunity of making Nigeria proud as a youth. Are you getting me? Today, we have people like Okonjo Iweala. They were youth before. They are making Nigeria proud wherever they are today. We had the late Dora Kunyel, who was DG of NAFDAC, making Nigeria proud when she was alive. We had Soludo. We had a lot of them. We had a lot of business youth today, businessmen that are youth who are making Nigeria proud anywhere they go. That was something I was reading. I can't remember the name of the little girl that made about 9 A's in her WAEC, and before you know it, about nine countries of the world are calling her for scholarship.
Yes,
so she's a youth. Are you getting me? When they mention her name, she's a Yoruba girl. I was happy to hear that and to see her on Facebook. So these are things that you should know, that they have future. They have future to protect. They have future to gain. And when they die so early like that, one, they have put their family into mourning state. Secondly, they have lost the opportunity of making Nigeria and every other place great.
And even the world.
And even the world.
Yes, we didn't get to enjoy your potential, your full potential. So in a nutshell, it is live to reach your potential.
Good.
Yeah.
I
get you. I get you. Thank you so much. Yes, I've been speaking with Mr. Chimeremeze. Chimeremeze Uche. That is Chimeremeze is God made you king.
Yes.
Yes, that's the meaning of his name. And he is the national president of AVAHI. And AVAHI means Accident Victims Assistance and Hospitality Initiative. And he's also a member Coalition for Road Safety NGOs in Nigeria. It was nice talking with you today, and we hope to have you once again on Youth Assembly.
Is all right.
You've spoken so well to the youths, and we're getting feedbacks.
Okay.
All right, to all of you who watch, we appreciate you. Please join us tomorrow for another interesting edition of Youth Assembly. My name is Sylvia Ishebe. Please stay safe and please adhere to all that he said. Keep your mind at home. Like, remember that you have people at home that you have to go home to whenever you're on the road, so that you maintain the 30 kilometers per hour speed limit that is recommended, especially when you are in those areas that he has mentioned. We'll be back tomorrow. Stay safe and please enjoy your day. The show was produced by Hafsat.
Have a nice day.
Isa. Have a nice day, Isa.
God bless you.
Yes, bye.